Midtovany are going to tip it off. Alma-Pepin wins the tap. The Lancers go into a man-to-man, I think, but already there's a traveling violation, so the ball goes over to the Lancers. And we got a clock. Oh, yeah, they might have started at 18 minutes. Should have started at 16. Here we go. Now we're on. Tyler Gallagher passing it in to Joshua Pfeiffer, who brings it up. Over to Caden. I'll tell you some names here earlier. It's Mike Lang at the top of the key and Owen Albrecht. Over to Caden, who takes a drive. Reverse layup. Comes up short. Hits the bottom of the rim. Nice move. Nice move. And rebound to Anders Johansson. Here's a loose ball picked up by Pfeiffer, and Josh brings it up. Lancers running her offense. Mike with a pull-up jumper from 14 feet, and he's fouled. And he will shoot two. The foul was on Jumbeck, number 44. Yeah, it was a nice little move by Mike. A little jab step to the right, and he dribbled to the left and pulled up from just inside the free throw line. And he goes 0 for 2 on the free throws, but Tyler Gallagher hustles it down, but it was stolen away in the corner. Long three, and it's made by number 22, Anders Seifert. Caden in the corner, gonna bring it out. With the left-handed dribble, way over to Josh Pfeiffer, who goes baseline, puts the head down, and he's fouled by Jumbeck. Boy, that's two quick ones on Jumbeck. Bada boo, bada bing, 2 on Jumbeck right away. Shot hit the rim and then hit the cable, so it's out of bounds. So Gavin Barton only has 2 guys on the bench. Gonna have to hope that Jumbeck stays out of trouble any more deeply. Here's a long 3, Nice rebound by Lang on the miss by Weaver. Mike Lang, fresh off a nice haircut. So far, it hasn't helped him make any shots, but he's been playing well. Here's a shot from the three-point line that did not catch any rim. He's a little embarrassed. He'll get the next one, though. Here's another 3 by Seifert. Here's a putback by Jumbeck for 2. And it's 5-0 Eagles. Lancers are running a good offense here against the man-to-man. Here's a shot by Owen, partially tipped and out of bounds. It should stay. Oh, that thing was blocked, but it was not detected. But that was a deflected shot. Owen made a nice move to the paint, put up a shot. Stays with the Eagles now, or goes over to the Eagles. Subbing in is Tanner Quaid for the Lancers. There's Seifert down to, well, a couple extra steps there by Midtovny. I think it's mid-tone. I was told Midtovny, but I don't think the V is pronounced there. So I'm going to say mid-tone and hope I'm right. It's a lot easier to say anyway. Here comes Owen. Now Pfeiffer. And Lang retrieves out by half court. Caden in the corner. He likes it over here. Here comes the left dribble. Oh, nice pass to Tanner. Here's Owen to Mike. Well, they're well coached on their jab steps. They catch the ball and they immediately do a jab step to put themselves in a triple threat position. And that's good to see. Here's a long three by Josh. And that is going to go to the Eagles. Josh with a nice shot there, but just missing. And Coach Rademacher is going to take his first time out. It's 5-0 Eagles, but the play is fairly even on both sides. It's just that the Eagles have made a couple shots, but Lancers are putting up some good shots. They're getting some good looks. That's all you can hope for. And once they see one go through, maybe some of the nerves will be alleviated. They can just relax and play ball. Next to me is cameraman Uriah Wales from the Twin Cities, right? Uriah? What town? Maple Grove. And you grew up in the Church of Fridley. And let's see, your mom is Laura Hulke, right? And your dad, Eli Wales. And we're really happy to have him part of the broadcast club here at Emmanuel. And he's helping us film some of his classmates. Anybody down there as a freshman is a classmate of Uriah's. As the Eagles put the ball into play. Here comes Jumbeck, but cut off by Josh Pfeiffer very well. Oh, but now he does get baseline. He puts it in. So Jumbeck with a couple of twos. And Seifert with a long three. 7-0 Alma-Pepin. Caden in trouble, but gets out of there. Oh, Josh kept his pivot. Caden surveying, goes to the basket, back to Pfeiffer, does the fake. Now Caden with a long three, almost, just short. Just short. Nice two-man game there by Josh and Caden. Did not quite result in points. Here comes Seifert, down low, a nice pass. And defended by Mike on a nice pass by Midtone, or a nice shot. And here goes Mike with the drive, very aggressive on Midtone. And it's a two-shot foul. Foul by Liam Midtone. Waiting to check in after this first free throw is Thomas Karstensen. And the Lancers just can't buy a point yet. And poor Mike is 0 for 3 on those free throws. Let's see if he can crack the ceiling here. That looks good, and it's in. Nice touch, nice backspin. And Mike has the first points of the season for the C team. Or am I incorrect? Is this their first game? And Thomas comes off the bench and gets a rebound right away. And here comes Caden from the corner for three. Back rim, no good. Rebound mid-tone. Off to Johansson. Actually, this is Seifert. Johansson only has 1-2 on his jersey. And he has the ball now. And dribbles with the left. Off to Johansson. And good rebound by Tanner. Good rebound by Tanner. And he says, yeah, I'll bring the ball up. Oh, Owen has his pocket picked from behind by Seifert. And nice pass to Mid-Tone. Mid-Tone is running the court, and he gets rewarded with a basket. And it's 9-1 Eagles. Again, I'll say the play has been rather even. But the Eagles are getting some shots to go down. And that pass, I don't know. That was interesting. And Caden's going to go think about it on the bench after throwing it into the third row of the bleachers. And in for him is Tyler Gallagher, number 33. He's going to guard Seifert. Oh, and Johansson takes an extra step, drags the pivot. The two officials are Fred, who's holding the ball in now, and Dave. Dave, of course, Dave Johannes, an alum of this school from back in 1979, I think his graduating class was. Fred is, I think, Halverson. That might be his last name. Anyway, I know Fred's his first name. Thomas passes it into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Mid-Tone. He hands off to Johansson, over to Seifert. The offense seems to go through those two guys. Here's a new kid, number 3, Nico Dana, and he's going to get called for traveling as he hits the deck. The between the leg dribble by Mike, over to Thomas. Around the horn we go. Tanner now gonna do a jab step left and dribbles it. Looked like it went off his knee, but they're gonna keep it down here. In comes Josh Pfeiffer after a brief break. Out goes Owen Albrecht from the Milwaukee area. Josh inbounds it to Thomas Carsonson. Mike Lang at the top of the key, going hard to the basket. Look at that move. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Doesn't quite get the 2 points, and Tanner tips it out of bounds. But Mike has to keep doing that. It's a good move, just didn't have the finish. Seifert guarded by Mike. And that shot was put up by Kissel, who's brand new into the game. Christian Kissel. Pass was a little bit behind Tyler. He kept his pivot nicely. Here goes Josh on that drive now. That's a nice drive. And again, just can't buy the basket. There's a lid on it right now. Oh, Mike might have had his guy if he would have taken him early. But he waited. Good catch by Thomas. Down low to Tanner. Turnaround jumper. Yes, sir. And the first field goal is by Tanner Quaid. That was a nice play to Tanner, and he made like a turnaround 9-footer. Here's Johansson. That's partially blocked by Mike Lang. Josh tries to reward him with a long pass, and Mike scraps and gets it over to Tanner, over to Thomas, but he throws it right to Gavin Weaver, number 51. And Weaver shot attempt goes out of bounds. So they're going to bring Jumbeck back in with 2 fouls, and in for the Lancers are Owen and Caden. So now that one has gone through the basket from the field to make it 9-3, maybe the Lancers can relax a little bit. They've been playing well though. They're not nervous. They're not playing nervous. They're playing well. Here's a long one by Owen. Long rebound to Tyler. Over to Josh Pfeiffer in the corner, down to Caden, and he's gonna do a move on Johansson, I think, number 2. Yes, Johansson gets his first foul. That's already the 4th one on the team, and I don't think the Lancers have a single foul on their side of the ledger. And they're playing pretty good defense for the most part. Could be more aggressive. But from what I'm seeing, these guys, they're using both hands to dribble. They can go both left and right. They can handle the ball okay. Here goes Tyler now. He's going to make a move, and he gets fouled by Midtone, number 20. And that's already the 5th foul, the 2nd on Midtone. And don't look now, but with only 7 players, the Eagles are getting into foul trouble. They're 2 big guys, Midtone and Jumbeck are. Well, they have 2 fouls each. Tyler misses the first of 2. And yeah, the Lancers would be well advised to keep taking the ball hard to the basket. So 0 for 2 for Tyler, but look at the hustle by Thomas Carstensen. Watch out behind. Pfeiffer, good. And there's a nice move. Tyler can't finish though. The ball goes off of White. Off of Thomas Carstensen. And the Eagles will bring it back up. Jumbeck gets a screen from Midtone over to Johansson. Guarded by Thomas, who was helping Josh on the pick. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got an offensive foul on Midtone, and that's his 3rd. He just pushed. I think he pushed Josh Pfeiffer just out of the way, and well, you can't do that. Football season's over. And he has to go sit on the bench probably for the rest of the half. 5 minutes left in the first half. And good movement for the Lancers. Caden dumps off to Tyler, over to Owen at the top of the key. He takes a drive, and he's going to shoot, and just misses. Josh with the rebound. Can't make the finish. Over to Tyler. 2 points. No. Pfeiffer, rebound, and a basket. Yeah, great desire there on the possession. And a basket by Pfeiffer, trimming the lead to 9-5. And we have a travel on the Eagles by Weaver. I hope he's okay. They can't really afford anybody to go down to an injury with their foul trouble. And, well, honestly, you don't like seeing any young man turn an ankle, which he did a little bit there, but he's going to try to tough his way through it and hope it doesn't stiffen up. Meanwhile, there's a miss by Tanner down at this end. Rebounded the Eagles. And I think the coach, Gavin Barton, would like them to just take their time offensively, take some time off the clock. Weaver over to Seifert, long 3, and Caden very wisely just let the ball go out of bounds, since he was flirting with the out of bounds line anyway. He didn't want to be touching that ball. Pfeiffer to Owen to Caden. Looking back door to Mike. There he is. Gets the ball and shoots right away and gets fouled. That's great offense. And who is the foul on? 22? That's Johansson, I think, right? Or is that Seifert? That's Seifert, and that's his first. One of the two guards who handle the ball a lot. Let's see, Mike. All right. Not real confident on the free throws, but he did make his previous attempt. That one was not his best attempt right there, but let's see if he can get this one to go through. That looks better, and it's true. And Mike has 2 points, both of them from the line. I'm not keeping track of the misses, but I think he's 2 for 8 or so. There's a long three, and the rebound by Mike and a foul by Seifert. And that should be 1 and 1, right? Should be bonus probably for Mike. And the second foul for Johansson. Wow, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 fouls. And 3 of the Eagles starters are in pretty bad foul trouble. And we've got a loose shoot. So Fred wants the ball back so he can push the reset button on this free throw. And Mike, we'll see if he can make one here. Yeah, I love the backspin. The rotation on the shot is really nice. And he just barely missed that one. So for the most part, pretty good form, just not a lot of confidence. And confidence is a huge difference maker when it comes to free throws, no doubt about it. He'll get there. Johansson down to Weaver, who's going to take that turnaround little shot, and out on Red. No, it's the ball will stay with Red. Jumbeck will pass it in, and he does so to Seifert. And we got a travel by Kissel with the ball out top. All right, hey, with a basket here, Lancers can get to within 1, but they throw the ball away. Seifert to Johansson. The Eagles lead 9-6. They've been stuck on 9 for quite a while. They were ahead 9-1, if you'll recall. There's a nice give and go. Pick and roll, and Mike comes out of there with it. 3-on-3 over to Josh, lines it up, fires, back rim, and that would have tied the game. Nice play though. Mike spearheading a fast break there. There's Gavin in the paint. He gets out of it. Here comes Johansson. No good. Good rebound by Seifert, and he makes the basket. Pretty athletic move there by Seifert. And he has 5 points, the leading scorer in the game. Oh, offensive foul by Mike. No, by Tanner. Yeah, offensive foul by Tanner, apparently. Lowering the shoulder on the drive. Here comes Jumbeck for 3. Hits the rim twice. And now we got a foul on Kissel, who fouled Owen Albrecht, who will be shooting bonus. So another foul by the Eagles. That's, I think, going to be number 10. Or 9. Okay, so only one shot here plus a bonus. This is the first trip First trip to the line for Owen Albrecht. Let's see how he does. Oh, that looked good, but back rim. Mike with the rebound. Can't quite get it. How about now? Yes. Mike Lang with the extra effort gets it to 11-8, a 3-point game again. Johansson, top of the key to Seifert, gets the pick from Kissel. There's the pass, but Kissel did not roll to the basket, and Josh was there to intercept. In the corner to Mike. He likes to drive. Let's see what he does here. There he goes. And he tips it over to Caden, but it's out of bounds. I like the aggressiveness, though. He can go with either hand. He can go either direction. Just kind of went into the middle of a couple of trees there and lost control of the ball. The Eagles now with a 3-point lead. Nice drive by Johansson. And makes it a 5-point game with 30 seconds left. Pfeiffer to Lang in the corner. Oh, nice pass to Tanner. Oh, but he can't make the board shot. A sweet little short turnaround, but he couldn't quite make it off the square. But nice play. Seifert for 3, back rim. Rebound, Pfeiffer off the tip over there by Mike. Here's a long shot by Pfeiffer. Just hits the front of the rim, just grazes off the front of the rim. Hey, a nice little half of basketball by these two teams. It looked like the shot selection was pretty even. I mean, both teams had a fair amount of, fair to midland opportunities and good looks at the basket, right? Just the big difference would be the shot percentage was better for the Eagles. It took the Lancers quite a while just to crack the code with the basket on this west end of the gym, but they finally did, and they saw a few go through. They were sure at the free throw line a lot. They made a couple of those, but they do trail by 5. They've been, if they were to make some more of their layups too, their short shots, like in this last trip down, second to last trip down, Tanner had that pretty fairly easy 5-footer, but it didn't quite go down. So that's just kind of a sign of just inexperience and playing nervously. But once they loosen up, they'll see those go through a lot more, with a lot more regularity. Probably the big story of the first half is fouls. There's only 1 foul for the Lancers, but 9 for the Eagles, which in it of itself is not a huge story, but when there are only 7 guys on the team and one guy has 3 and a couple of other guys have 2, and that can be a matter of concern for Coach Barton, and so he's probably saying something to that effect right now about, quit slapping at the ball, quit reaching in. Those of you in foul trouble, you might not be able to contest every play, especially when you're 20-plus feet from the basket. Don't be contesting every square inch way out there. If you're going to contest a layup, yeah, do that. You get called for foul on a really close in shot. Well, that's different. We want to protect our basket. But don't be foolish way out 25 feet from the basket and pick up a cheap one way out there where it doesn't give us a whole lot of advantage. So he's probably telling them stuff like that. And I hope that the Weaver kid, Gavin, who turned an ankle, is going to be okay. He seemed to be fine. He toughed it out and played on it. And we just hope it's not stiffening up right now while he's sitting down in the locker room. Hey, if you are listening in and want to send me a text, we appreciate your comments. I'll give you my phone number in just a few seconds here, but I would love your comments. Anything you have to say, like how's it coming through, loud and clear? Hopefully, and maybe just give a shout out to where you are, where you're listening from. Are you in South Carolina? Are you in the Twin Cities? Are you in the Eau Claire area? Are you in Phoenix, Arizona? Are you in Menominee, Wisconsin? We have players from all those places on the court today. And hey, even if you're one of the parents from Alma-Pepin, go ahead and chip in your 2 cents worth. We appreciate all comments, especially if they're positive, right? So my number, if you want to text my phone, 715-450-0241. And just check in and where you're listening from. And we'll give you a shout out on the air. Do a little rundown on the points here, huh? For the Lancers, 2 points each for Pfeiffer and Quaid, and 4 points for Mike Lang. Half of those on a couple of free throws. So for a total of 8. There are 13 points for the Eagles. They are led by 5 for Seifert, who made a 3 really early, and then a 2 later. Will Jumbeck has a couple of 2-point shots for 4. And then with 2 points each, Anders Johansson and Liam Midtone. So somebody is listening in from the ATL. Is that Atlanta? Let's see, who would be listening in from Atlanta? Well, anyway, we didn't have the camera on, but we are back in action. Now we have the camera on. You just missed a beautiful layup on a nice, pick and roll by Dalton Eberhardt, who gets on the scoring sheet with a quick little layup. So it's 13-10. Oh, there's a nice little dump pass by Jumbeck, but Gavin couldn't quite get to it, Gavin Weaver, and it goes out of bounds. So here it is, 13-10. Dalton Eberhardt off the bench, and that is the Gant family. I thought of you, but and it's great to have you with us down in the ATL. Here's Dalton again with the drive. So the big plan was to bring him off the bench here to start the second half, and he's already making a difference. Gets the ball tipped away from him, though. Caden in the corner. Tyler from Phoenix takes that dribble move, but picked up his pivot too soon and gets called for traveling. It's a 13-10 game. Good to hear from the Rademachers in the Twin Cities. Their son is the coach, Matt. Here's Gavin Weaver down low. And a nice play, a nice little bounce pass to him. And his first made basket. And it's 15-10. Nice play. You like the offenses for both of these teams against the man-to-man. I always liked playing against man-to-man better than the zone when I was in high school. These guys seem to be enjoying it. Here's Dalton with a shake to the right and a move to the left, but he passes it to the wrong team, and here comes Johansson, and I thought Dalton might catch up for a block, but Johansson makes the basket. That's 4 for him in the game, and the lead stretches out to 17 to 10. Ooh, Josh went flash backdoor. Now he gets the ball at the top. Here comes Owen Albrecht, picks up his dribble. And nice effort by Tyler Gallagher, but the rebound by Midtone, and a steal at the other end by the Lancers. And it's 17-10 with 13 minutes left, and the Lancers have the ball, hoping to cut in the lead. I can see one adjustment that Alma-Pepin has made on defense. Here goes Caden baseline, drops off to Tyler. Ooh, back rims a 3. Dalton with the rebound. Owen with the putback. Front rim, short, no good. Rebound, jump back. Yeah, I think what Alma-Pepin's doing is they're laying off the long outside shot, and they're not allowing the drive. And that'll help them stay out of foul trouble, too. Here's a 3 by Seifert, no good. Picked up by Midtone way out the top of the key with the offensive board. Johansson with the ball. Gonna restart this thing over to the right wing to Jumbeck. Back to Johansson, but he misses the bunny. And Owen with the rebound. Owen from the Milwaukee area. And Matt Rademacher wants a 30-second timeout. He wants to send in Thomas Carstensen and Tanner Quaid, so this will help him do that, to give Tyler a break, and somebody else is going to have to sit too. Hey, great to have Chris Albrecht from Milwaukee tuning in, watching a nephew, I would assume. Owen is out there today. Am I right? Owen belongs to Brittany and Jordan. Am I right about that? See, I don't have many freshmen in class yet, and so I just still getting to know some of these young guys. I know the girls better because of coaching volleyball. I had the opportunity to be able to do that, but the boys, I'm still learning, still getting to learn. Oh, so he's Chris and Dave's son. Owen is Chris and Dave's son. My bad. Thanks for the correction. Appreciate that. So I won't make that mistake ever again in the history of broadcasting. Here's a down pass to Dalton. That was a nice little move. Turnaround jumper, but didn't quite make it. 17-10 is the score. And a travel on the gather by Nico Dana for the Eagles. About 11 and a half minutes in the game now, and it's a 17-10 score. Dalton creeps forward with the ball over to Tanner, left wing, and Josh at the free throw line. Pfeiffer wants to do a drive, goes into traffic, gets the ball back. Thomas over to Dalton. Sounds like a law firm, right? Thomas Dalton. Oop, ball gets tipped back off of Midtone, and Dalton has to retrieve. And yeah, the defense is better for Alma-Pepin this half. They have made adjustments, and they're sagging more, preventing the drive, and not hacking so much. And they get a steal there. And now they're trying to add the lead, and Johansson does so with a nice little drive. He has 4 points in the half, 6 for the game, and it stretches out the lead to 19-10. But I like the movement. Here comes Thomas. Nice little movement play there. A lot of flow. And this team, they're gonna win some games. This C team has it together. They're well coached. They can go either way, and they get good shots. They're just not making them today. And Midtone with a putback for the Eagles. That's his third and fourth point, and the lead is 21-10. So I'm seeing some really good things here by both teams. Here's a nice spin move, and Dalton frees himself but can't quite make the basket. Thomas, though, with the putback. Thomas Karstensen with his 2. So he has those long arms and went up there and got that thing and put it off glass. 21-12. Johansson drives and dishes. There's Dana with a jumper, and he makes it. Nico Dana from the baseline. Nico Dana with about the 14-footer right baseline. 23-12. Down low to Tanner, and he makes it. So both teams are completely over their jitters now and shooting more relaxed. Here goes Dana. Cut off there by Dalton. Here comes Seifert. Can't quite make it. Off Dalton's hand, and we got a foul by Owen on the drive by Dana. That's the first foul, I think, of the entire half. Owen with his first foul, only the first foul of the half, actually, for either team. And Owen's going to take a seat, not because of that, but because he needs a break. And who came in for him? Looks like maybe Josh Pfeiffer came in for him. And we got a push-off on red. A clear out by 5-2. That's Gavin Weaver. His first. Team's first. Dave Johannes explaining the infraction. Not sure it was received well on the Eagles bench, but whatever. It's only his first foul. He's not in any foul trouble. And really now with 8 minutes left in the game, nobody is in foul trouble anymore for the Eagles. Caden with the ball out at the perimeter, throws it away. Chipped by Dana. The ball goes to Seifert. And his dump off to Midtone was slapped out of there, and it hits the green curtain, slapped out of there by Tanner Quaid, who was hustling down court on the fast break. Jump back down low to Midtone. Dalton with the block, and he's got those long arms too. Kind of some gangly limbs, and he makes use of them really well there. In basketball, it's kind of nice to have, right? Get your fingertips on almost everything. And now he's going to fake a drive on left baseline, pass it down to Josh, back to Dalton at the free throw line, back to Josh, left wing. So they got the two-man game going here. Back to Dalton now in the right corner. And way over to Thomas at the free throw line. He's going to shoot that. And he makes it look like he was born to do that play. Swishes it from 15, and it's 23-16. Nico Dana with the miss and the rebound to Dalton. He gets off the floor too. To add to the long arms, he has a little bit of vertical and gets up there above everybody else and grabs that rebound. We got a little carry by Caden out at the perimeter. A little careless moment, but he'll have to keep his hand on top of the ball. Keep his hand on top of that ball and not carry it like that. It's a point of emphasis the last couple of years in the WIAA. They want their officials to call that more often. Right wing Johansson gets a screen by Weaver, but he does not make use of it. Gavin Weaver over to Jumbeck way out in the perimeter, 30 feet from the basket now. Here comes Johansson with the drive, no good. Tanner and Weaver, and there's our first held ball. And that is an example right there of the quality of play here, really, for C team. You usually see all sorts of held balls, right? You know, but that's the first one of the entire game with 6.5 minutes left in the game. There's an inbounds play that should not be allowed to happen. Easy layup, nobody covering Weaver on the basket. He picked up a screen and it was not defended. Here's Dalton now to Caden on the right wing, trailing by 9. Pass to Tyler, runs it down in the corner. Down low to Tanner. And he gets up well on his knees, and that means he changed his pivot. And you can't do that. That's a travel. So with 6 minutes exactly, the Eagles with a 9-point lead walk the ball up the court. And Jumbeck has it left wing, gets a pick from mid-tone. Pass to Weaver. Jumbeck now with the 3. Off the rim. And saved by mid-tone, but right to Tanner. Quaid has it and brings it up court. And yeah, the Lancers, if they want to catch fire and win this game, they got to start putting up some shots on quick possessions. Here comes Dalton. Tanner, that's a beautiful fadeaway little set shot. Caden to Tanner, and Tanner made a beautiful little fadeaway shot, like 17 feet away over on the right side for his 5th and 6th points. So Tanner has 6, and he's the leading scorer now for the Lancers. 6 for Tanner, 4 for Carsonson and Lang each. And then 2 each for Pfeiffer and Eberhardt, for a grand total of 18 for the Lancers. Meanwhile, 25 for the Alma-Pepin Eagles, 6 for Johansson, 5 for Seifert, and then 4 each for Weaver, Midtone, and Jumbeck, and 2 for Nico Dana. And interestingly, the Eagles have not attempted one free throw at all the entire game. The Lancers, probably a dozen. And I don't keep track of that. Maybe I should. But I think Lang has tried 8 or 9 by himself. And so probably at least a dozen free throws for the Lancers. They've only made one of them, if I recall. No. Check that, 2, both by Lang. Okay, we're back in play. A little over 5 minutes to go. 9-point lead by the Eagles, and they have the ball, and Jumbeck takes a 3, and he makes it. So that lead goes to an even dozen. Jumbeck makes his first 3. You remember he had 2 fouls like in the first 2 minutes of the game, and he hasn't had any since. Lancers need to have a sense of urgency here now, and Caden comes through with a beautiful reverse layup, which he tried on the first play of the game, if you recall, and hit the bottom of the rim that time. He made it happen for his first 2 points of the game. Now Johansson with the miss, and Tyler Gallagher with the rebound, and he brings the ball up the court. Soft pass to Dalton at the left wing. Looking for a seam, but they're cut off by the sagging Eagle defense. Here's a pass to Tyler on the inside. So it looks like Lang is not playing in the second half. There's a pass down low to Tyler. And Tyler Gallagher with his first 2 points. So it looks like Dalton Eberhard did not play the first half. Mike Lang not the second half, so that they both can have a half of eligibility in the JV game. Meanwhile, a foul on Tyler Gallagher, who celebrates his points by committing a foul at the other end, a blocking foul. No worries. It's only the second on the team, only the third in the whole game for the Lancers. They could stand to play more aggressively. Short on the shot attempt by Seifert. Here's Owen bringing the ball up the court. Over to Pfeiffer. He should take that three, I think, because they need points and they need them in bundles. Down by 6. Actually, they don't need them in bundles. They just need a couple of good shots. Yeah. They just need a couple of really good trips in a row and to see that ball go through. And then they're right in this game, only down by 6. There's a nice rebound off the miss by Midtone. The rebound is Tanner Quaid. And they could, with a 3, they could cut the lead in half down to 3. Caden way out. Over to the left side. There's a long pass caught by Owen. And he's going to think about the 3. Did not pull the trigger. Caden's not shy, though. And he goes off glass and then off rim and misses. And the rebound is Seifert. And his coach wants them to pass the ball around and not shoot. So, of course, they shoot. And they make it, though. Gavin Weaver got loose down low. And, excuse me, he got around his guy and made a basket. And Matt Rademacher takes a timeout. It's 30-22 with 2:11 left in the game. So if you're Matt Rademacher, and you have the ball with 2 minutes left, you're basically saying what? You're basically saying, guys, you've been running a pretty good offense all game, and you're really looking for good, high-quality shots. But now what we have to do is we got to hit somebody who is open, but you're going to take whatever shot is available. And if that shot is from more than 18 feet, more than 16 feet, you're going to go ahead and take that shot. If it's not a layup, that's okay. Line it up, scope it out, put your best stroke on it, and make that thing. We got to make some shots here. So the inbound pass. Here goes Dalton. Dribbles out front. Tanner with the drive, but he dribbles it off his knee. And that's probably not the play that Matt drew up. But on the next possession, maybe we'll see it. The Eagles, meanwhile, come down the court. They're going to take all the time in the world they can and not worry about getting a shot up anytime soon. So they're going to play keep away out here at the perimeter and not take the shot even if it's wide open, like Johansson has the ball at the perimeter. Now Seifert. And the Lancers are going to think about fouling or guarding a lot more closely than this. Johansson and Seifert. Seifert's going to pull the ball way out to half court. Oh, and there's a ball is loose. Does Thomas have it? Josh gets it and is fouled by Gavin Weaver. His second foul. So I think that's what the Lancers defensively are going to have to do. Play press defense and extend their pressure way out and not just let the Eagles play keep away. Now they have the ball. They got to get a shot up. Thomas slashes, does not get the ball. Here goes Dalton over to Owen. Long 3, short. And Midtone with the rebound. And Seifert with the ball with under a minute left, about 50 seconds left. And the Lancers got to get that ball. They got to get that ball. Owen is guarding Seifert way out front, 22 against 22, and Owen does the job. He forces a 5-second call. He forces the 5-second call, close defense, and now the Lancers have it. Here comes Dalton now. 35 seconds left. He's going to have to shoot instead of all the dribbling. They got to get a shot going here. And Tanner has the ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, so they're setting up an offensive play right now with 29.3. Tanner with the ball, looking for a cutter, and gets it finally to Josh Pfeiffer. Over to Owen, top of the key. He's going to drive out to Dalton at three-point line. They're just kind of taking too much time here, guys. Yep. Owen now with the shot, front rim. Weaver is beaten to the ball by Thomas, and he is fouled. What hustle. What really good hustle by Thomas Carstensen. That was going to be Alma-Pepin's rebound easy. Thomas came out of nowhere and got that ball, and then he just said, okay, I'm going to take it to the basket. And he got fouled. And he makes the first shot. Nice little swisheroo for one. Let's see if he can make it two. Oh, that's going to be short. So he didn't hit the rim on either of those shots. The first one went through and the second one did not. And with 3.2 seconds, finally the Lancers do foul Johansson. I think it was Dalton. Yeah, they're going to charge Dalton Eberhardt with the foul. And that's 3-2-1. There's your ball game. 7-point differential. Really a well-played C-team game, I got to say. Really impressed with both teams. They played a really good game. Good shot opportunities for both teams. And they worked the offense. It didn't look like they were, they knew what they were doing. It didn't look like they were lost and dazed and confused and deer in the headlights at all, like sometimes you see in November in a C-team game. No, not today. These guys, they know what they're trying to do, and as their skills progress, they'll be able to get better and better at what they do. And the final score is the Eagles 30 and the Lancers 23. Along with Uriah Wales, this is Mark Kranz signing off of this C-team game. We have still 2 more games to go, and you'll catch Ross Rail for the JV game and the varsity tonight.